Many of you, probably this past Sunday, a week ago today, or sometime this week, took the chance to see at least snippets of what was probably one of the most powerful funeral services in our nation, the funeral of Charlie Kirk. And on Sunday, some 200,000 people gathered in an auditorium with some of the greatest names in Christendom, in modern American Christianity today. And I'll tell you, I didn't watch all 5 hours of it, but I saw highlights, I saw much of it, and I don't know that I've ever seen the gospel shared so many times, so clearly by so many people in one funeral service. And people got saved from that service, in that service physically there, and those millions watching. And if you watched it, if you know anything about it, then you know that as wonderful as it was to have so many prominent Christian speakers, apologists, pastors, singers. You had Phil Wickham, you had Brandon Lake, just so many, the President of the United States and his cabinet there. You had so many large, prominent people there. You had the most powerful moment, without a doubt, in the entire 5-hour funeral service was when Miss Erika Kirk got up to make her speech. And she said through broken tears that she forgave the man who killed her husband. Now, can I just tell you, just between us, she did not have to do that publicly. I believe God calls us to forgive. I don't believe that's easy, and I don't think you forget something like that. But she didn't have to make a public display of that forgiveness. In fact, she could have condemned the shooter, and everything would have been fine. She would have done nothing wrong in doing so. She could have ignored or simply looked over the fact of who took Charlie's life, and everything would have been fine. Nobody would have said, no, you should have mentioned his name. Nobody would have said anything like that. She would have been perfectly fine to simply focus on her late husband's life. And yet, by a great act of grace and mercy, she chose in that public display, which I think has a ripple effect in our country today, to show forgiveness. The forgiveness that honestly doesn't come from Erika, that comes from Jesus. Because there's no human way that we can forgive someone like that. It's not natural, it's supernatural.